Today is August 29th, 2015, and we're looking at the northeast Pacific water vapor, or rather the infrared loop, the rainbow infrared loop. And we see three hurricanes right here. All of them have an eye wall. This is Hurricane Jimena right here, Category 4 with 140 mile per hour winds. About an hour ago it had 150 mile per hour winds. This is moving west at about 9 miles per hour. Here we have Hurricane Ignacio, and that's moving towards the islands at about, let's see here, about 8 miles per hour west-northwest, and it's forecast to go over the islands on Monday or Tuesday along the north side of the islands, so we'll keep an eye on this. Here is Hurricane Kilo, the remnants of Hurricane Kilo. This is rebuilt. It was a tropical storm and then it rebuilt. It's got 90 mile per hour winds and an eye wall. So we got three hurricanes with an eye wall, and the last time I remember seeing an eye wall in an East Pacific hurricane was maybe back looking at Andres or Blanca back in May. One of those three, Carlos or Blanca or Andres. The rest of them from Dolores onward, I can't recall seeing an eye wall. Okay, so now in the last couple of days, this very powerful low pressure, this very large low pressure system has moved onshore. Let's go ahead and look at this on the water vapor loop, and there's a HAARP transmitter right behind that front, and there is a lot of chemtrail activity through here, and in LA we didn't get any rain, just a lot of high clouds and chemtrail haze. This high pressure has been pinned for about a week, 5 days, 5, 6, 7 days, and it's wrapping everything around in a clockwise manner. Kilo right here is being hit by a HAARP transmitter, and we can see the shock wave of this happening. Let's go take a look at that right now. Okay, here's Kilo right here, and we can see the blast ring right here. We can see some violent activity around the periphery of that storm. Let's look at this in the water vapor, or rather this is the infrared rainbow loop, and we can see some blast pattern evidence right around here, and a ring. If we look at this in the daylight mode, the visible loop, we can see a well-defined ring, HAARP ring, blast ring, right there. Okay, now this storm here is going along, and they've not attempted to kill this storm yet. But since this whole thing is probably a U.S. operation, that is, the people that are running these transmitters are connected to the United States, they will kill this before it gets too close to the island. So we'll keep an eye on that. In the next 3 days, this storm will be blown apart. It'll be down to 35 or 45 mile per hour winds. Currently, it has 115 mile per hour winds right now. That's Ignacio. All right. Okay, let's move on to the, this is the East Pacific. This is Emena, Hurricane Emena, Category 4. It had 150 mile per hour winds just about an hour ago, and now it's at 140 mile per hour winds. It's weakened slightly, and it looks to me like they might be hitting this storm ever so slightly, because I see some violent, it just looks to me like they're blasting this storm, and we'll keep an eye on that. Can't say for sure, but it has diminished in the last hour from 150 mile per hour winds to 140, and so I think that they may be hitting this gradually with a transmitter. And there it is in the infrared mode right there. It's got a good eye wall, and we see some diminishment of the well, not only the core, but some of the outer bands are not as red as they were. All right, so this will rebuild in a few hours, and we'll keep an eye on that. Here is the hurricane map for this is Hurricane Ignacio we're looking at right here. This is the trek over the top of the islands on the north side by Monday, Tuesday. Okay, and that storm is moving at yeah, it's 8 miles per hour west-northwest at 8 miles per hour. All right, and here's a close-up of Hawaii in the water vapor mode, and we can see Ignacio moving closer and closer, and we have some wind shear here to the west, or rather to the east northeast right here. Some upper level, and so oh well, look at here. You can see some chemtrails right here in the last frame. Look at that, right where the pin is. Last frame, 2 chemtrails right there. All right, so and they're chemtrailing all through here too. So this upper level wind shear is bringing a lot of water vapor over the islands, which will be all chemtrailed, and that will prepare the skies of Hawaii for any advancement of this storm. That will dry out the atmosphere, and we will wait to see what happens. But they will blow this apart. I will pretty much guarantee you that. There's a lot of military bases and assets on this island, and this is being a U.S. operation, that is the transmitter controllers, will kill that off in due time. Okay, southwest water vapor loop, nothing happening in Southern California, just a lot of hot, dry air. Okay, we had chemtrails the last couple of days. Today it's clear skies. All right, here is the western U.S. Water vapor loop. We see the remnants of that huge low moving through Washington and Vancouver. There's actually 2 lows indicated on the map, and let's take a look at that. Right here, this is a surface analysis map, and we see 2 lows here, one here where the pin tip is and one right here, and a cold front associated with that. They're calling this a storm. That one right there, the second one, is moving onshore. Okay, so let's look at this again. We have that front there moving through, and this is indicated as a storm. That second low right there. All right, now if they hadn't put the low pressure down here, that is the HAARP people, if they had not pinned a high pressure down here, we would have got rain for sure. Okay, so that's pretty much it. We will keep an eye on the situation with these, this hurricane right here, mainly Ignacio, and see what their next move is. I think they're going to destroy that before it destroys the islands, and that will help again validate if this is a U.S. operation or not. Some of these storms that are moving out of the this conveyor belt of storms that are coming out of the Bering Sea, I gotta wonder who's generating them, because we've seen a whole conveyor belt of them the last 3 years, just one after another, and they're being blocked by high pressure. It's almost like there's a weather warfare scenario going on. So we'll keep an eye on all this and see what develops in the next rainy season, which will be here in about a couple of months, 2-3 months. Okay, so that's pretty much it. We'll do an update later.